Yo, what's up, guys? Paul from MTS here. Notice Chris and Danny aren't with me today, but that's because I kind of just decided to do this on a whim. They'll be back. It's been a while since we've done anything. I apologize for that. Been busy, changed up jobs a couple times and everything like that. But anyway, what we're doing here today, I got this rifle that I'm kind of excited about. It's an IWI Zion. The camo is Cerakote. I guess they did a special release with Kinsey's, who's a big gun distributor on these. This one, the way you see it here, it's brand new. I haven't changed anything yet. Cost me about $9.50 from my local gun shop, AF Boyers here in town. It's the same rifle as their black one, which is about $100 cheaper from what I've seen in gun stores in the area. And the reason I'm kind of excited about this is because I think for what you get for that amount of money, it's a lot of rifle and probably a really good entry-level thing. If you're familiar with MTS or mid-tier snobs, you know that we kind of take the snobby bit of that a little seriously sometimes. We feel like there's a minimum standard of quality in the things we want to see people using, whether it be for recreation or self-defense or even duty. We're not one of these just as good groups. So with that said, go into this a little bit. It's got a 4150 barrel, a 16-inch mid-length gas system. It's got a carbon or steel bolt that says it's MPI. It's got a heavy buffer in it. I can't find it in print anywhere, but this is, I'm 99.9% sure this is a cross machine rail. You got the B5 enhanced stock and a B5 grip. So for $9.50, or in case of the black one at $8.50, you get a really nice couple $100 rail. You get a $90 stock and another $20 or $30 grip. Mid-length gas, a heavier buffer. I've seen reviews on this gun that comment on how smoothly it shoots. We'll have to see about that, but I want to do a little short intro video on it before I started messing with it, because kind of the point for me of this video is to show you what you can do on a budget, what you can put together with some decent parts. And we're going to start a process on these guys, this new Primary Arms MD25 red dot. I've got several of them. I've not had any problems with them yet, but I haven't used them that hard. Well, we're hoping to change that, because so far, especially for what it costs, I really like that dot. We're going to put a LaRue trigger in it, an MBT2, which I was just price checking a while ago, and I see they're $115 now, so I'm a little disappointed in that mark, but I guess everything's gone up. An Edgar Sherman sling, BCM VFG, of course a Reardon mount on it, because we're gonna shoot it suppressed. And if you're in the group, they're one of my favorite companies. Darren's one of my favorite people out there, so I'm really happy to use them and give them some credit where some credit is due. He takes really good care of the group too. And just a guy's lead trigger guard, because I honestly had it laying in the parts box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strap my GoPro to my hat here and go over and take this thing apart and give you some close-ups of different things like the staking and stuff like that. I'm gonna take it completely down, make sure the barrel nut isn't on there at 800 foot-pounds and everything like that. But so far, with looking at it, I am fairly impressed with it. I guess the testing will tell. So, you know, again, we're gonna try and do some more content for you guys. We haven't really done anything since the big scope review. You know, that's kind of a product of schedules and distances with a couple of us and everything like that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll have some footage of it out in the, or I'm sorry, on the range here shortly, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. Thanks. Okay, so as I said, IWI Zion, can take some of this apart here, swap some stuff over, give it some looks at some of the other stuff here. The carrier looks pretty nice. Like I said, I don't know if you can read that. I can't see the preview here, but it is carpenter steel. It doesn't fall in on itself. There, the staking looks pretty good. Part here, just to kind of look at everything. Sorry if I'm working where you can't see. I can't really tell either. So the gas rings aren't all lined up. Kind of a common mistake you see. Carrier is not chrome lined at all though, so you know, I guess you kind of expect that, but it'd be nice to see it. So kind of what you'd expect in this price range here. Standard charging handle. This part here. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's a CMT rail. I do feel like they make a nice rail. I've got another one of theirs, that one of our DRT ones, that I'm very happy with. You can tell by the set screw here that the barrel's dimpled under the gas block in one spot, so that's good. There's the markings on it. It's 1/8. Finish looks good. Guiseley reaction rod. Snap-on torque wrench. And so it was at 71 foot-pounds. Comes right off. Tight fit. Doesn't want to come out. So I don't know if you can see that, but the barrel extension looks good. I don't know if this is a thermal fit or what, but boy, that's tight. This is back at 70, since I assume that's where they want it. Okay, take the flash hider off. I should know better than that by now. That was on there nice and easy. Edit this for time because I suck at putting shims. I had time and stuff. Alright guys, we're putting the reared end mount on it, which happens to be a brake because I know how much everybody I shoot with loves that. I did cheat a little bit and figure out my shim stack off camera because I suck at it. It's a mount, so you need to use rock set. A little bit goes a long way. And the other reason you use rock set is because you hate your life, but because this shit's miserable once it sets. At least that's been my experience with it. And yeah, I know I should be torquing it, but I don't have the right stuff down here for it, and be what it's gonna be here, I guess. Looks like they go a little more. Here in my basement, we do everything the exact right way, which is an out and out line. But anyway, that's nice, lines up great. Easy interface to use if you put the lock in the right way. Anyway, it's a fancy little snap-on driver. On that. So that is that. Alright, put the LaRue in it. And the fancy pants trigger guard. Oh, I can't put the sling on it because I forgot a QD. Because the rail does not have one. Alright, so we're going to put the trigger in here real quick and change the trigger guard. LaRue triggers, you can't do it with safety in. So I'll take that out. So I should probably just go ahead and finish taking the hammer and stuff out. Now I will be putting a forward control safety in this, but I want to run it with the one I have, or with the one it came with, I'm sorry. In the meantime, this trigger is really, really nice for a $100 option. In my opinion, it's not quite a Geisley, but it's awful close. Make sure it works. Okay. Alright guys, I'm back. I don't know how the GoPro footage, sorry, is going to turn out because my camera was giving me issues, but here it is, put together how we're going to test it. You can see the rear to mount is perfectly concentric. I will check that with the can on it, but the can is upstairs and I don't feel like going up to get it. You know, so like I said, I'm gonna take this out, put a few hundred rounds through it, get some other people shooting it, see what everybody thinks, and I'll let you know if we have any problems with it or if I see anything else. One thing I forgot to mention, it does come with a windowed PMAG, which is pretty nice because most rifles that come with one, it's just a little cheapy, nice little extra bonus there. So yeah, and we'll update you on these things too. The primary arms MD25. Like I said, I've got a few. I like them, but I haven't really beat on them, so that's kind of the point here. But this rifle, as it sits, I'm going to say there is less than $1,300, $1,400 in it. Knock 100 of that off if you just want the plain black and get the same gun. I think that's going to be a bargain, because even if you bought a 6920 and you wanted to go to a rail, you'd have to buy the rail, and it would have a shitty mil-spec trigger in it, and it would not have nice furniture on it, and so on. So I don't know, like I said, we'll let you know what we think. Thanks, guys.